explain to you how I did this. So we have our rickrack ribbon, we have our little images here, we have 3 little cups of hot cocoa, and then you have a snow globe that probably says something, either says winter is magical, or 'tis the season to be freezing, or winter wonderland. I'm not sure what yours says, but just know that I had cut out a snow globe. It came from a paper that had a bunch of snow globes on it, and they all had said different sentiments. But I really loved them all, so I decided to just pick one for you. Then I took my blending brush with chipped sapphire distress ink, and I actually added a little bit of dark blue around the edge of this, in case you're wondering why that's different color, because when we're cutting this out, I noticed that the snow globe color really kind of was very similar to the background of this paper that we're using, and so because of that there wasn't enough contrast. So you will see when you go to cut this out that you will have a little bit of dark blue towards the top of your little snow globe there, okay? But when you lay it on the glitter, there's more contrast than before the ink was there. Right, and then we have our little cups of hot cocoa here, and as you're cutting these out, I will tell you, you don't have to worry about being too fussy with the fussy cutting, because I actually chose a dark blue paper to mount the little cups of cocoa on, specifically because I did not want to have to cut out the inside of the little handles. I just thought that was going to be way too fussy and finicky, and I was like, I am not too hurt by it. So in case you are wondering why, if you're wondering if you should cut out the inside of the little mugs, the mug handle, you do not need to do that. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut these out here. I love these little cups of hot cocoa. I just thought this was such a cute paper, and it was absolutely perfect for this card. When I had originally made the card, I picked the sentiment, "'Tis the season to be freezing." I thought that was really cute, and then with the hot cocoa, it just worked out perfectly. But I decided for the rest of you that maybe you didn't like the "'Tis the season to be freezing," and so that's why I chose different sentiments for your snow globes. But who knows, maybe one of you ended up with that hilarious sentiment. There are a bunch of snow globes on the paper. I would say maybe 25, maybe more than that. Okay. All right, so we have our little cups of hot cocoa. So what I'm going to do here is I kind of offset them so they're kind of wonky just a little bit. I know this one up there it's not as much contrast, it's a little bit harder to see, so I'm going to put this a little bit closer. So if you have 2 exciting mugs and one that's not very exciting, you're going to kind of layer those so that you have an exciting mug kind of sandwiching a non-exciting mug. Okay, and then I kind of offset them like that so they're kind of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue those down. All right. And then on the back side of this, we're going to flip this over, and I'm only putting tape on the top and bottom of that because we're not going to glue that on quite yet. So forgot, we have more things we need to do here. So this right here was a piece of 2-inch wide double-sided tape. I laid it down, I peeled off the back film, and then I buffed in this multi-size iridescent glitter. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And then I took a snowflake stamp with the chipped sapphire ink again, and I stamped it kind of occasionally on the front and on the inside of the card, just to add a little bit more fun to your card. This is 1/8 of an inch tape, so we're gonna go ahead and peel this away now. And then this is what we're going to use for adhering our ribbon. So this is light blue rickrack. We're going to match up the edge of this, and we're just going to stick this directly onto that 1/8 of an inch, and it should just barely cover that 1/8 of an inch ribbon. But it's actually perfect. So I really, really like that. It really helps frame out that glitter in the inside. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom piece, with the bottom piece of rickrack. And it's just going to frame out that glitter paper, or that glitter double-sided tape. This middle part is going to frame it out perfectly. Okay, isn't that nice? I really like that. Okay, so now we have our paper here that has the cocoa on it, that has the double-sided tape on the top and bottom. So I didn't want to try and adhere anything to this glitter in the ribbon, so I just, that's why I only put tape on the top and bottom. And then there's going to be about 1/4 of an inch on the left side of the card, and then this is just going to sit on right on the inside of that. Again, only adhered on the top and bottom. And then we have our Winter is Magical. Now you can kind of press it in here right underneath that rickrack. And if you find that maybe your snow globe is just a little bit too tall and it hits that rickrack on the top there, what you can do is pull that out and then just trim off a very small amount of the bottom of the snow globe, and that will make it so that it fits better. I recommend using double-sided tape to adhere it, because trying to use glue to stick to the glitter is going to be difficult and kind of a pain. And then we'll just stick this in the middle between here and here. I'll stick that in the middle here. All right, and there we have card number 2. Winter is Magical, yay! I love that. Let's see if I have my other one readily available so you can see what that one looks like, because it was pretty stinking cute. Oh, no, all of my samples today are all... Well, here's another sample with a different snow globe. This one says Winter Wonderland with the little snowman inside. Isn't that cute? So it really kind of depends. But it doesn't really matter what your snow globe looks like, because they're all fun and I love them.